it's Brooklyn. Here is your weekly update. So first things first is calls. You guys need to be answering the phone within 3 rings, whether it's a 208 number or a 509 number. Don't let it ring more than 3 times. This is for all times. Whether I'm here or not, please make sure you're just answering the phones. There's been times where I'm in salon and I see that people aren't necessarily eager to get the phone, and just because we have a whole phone system doesn't necessarily mean that you're not answering phones anymore. So be sure to brace for that phone. Appointments are being taken over the phone as well. And similar to online appointments, is when people are scheduling over the phone, please be sure to schedule at least an hour out. This is important because we have to accommodate for walk-ins and tan lines as well. So similar to online, if say someone calls me at 3:52 and they want to make an appointment to the high pressure bed, I would be able to offer an appointment not at 4:52 but at 5 p.m. For that next open slot. So it may not be exactly an hour to the minute, but whatever say an hour on and then the next appointment slot, if that makes sense. And please, you guys, you should all have something that looks like this, hopefully not as messy. This is our appointment schedule. So when you're using the appointment schedule, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, there's certain blocks that you need to be making the time slots on. Important information you guys need to know is we are changing the hydration block. So the hydration is going to be on the every 40 minutes, similar to the cocoon. So we'll get you guys a new one printed out, but for now, if you look at that cocoon one, you'll know that appointments are being made either at 10, 10:40, 11:20, 12, and so on. We're doing this, then we have more time to clean the hydration because it does take a minute, and we're noticing that sometimes it's not always ready for appointment time, so we're going to see if this works a little bit better. Also, because then when people are using the skin hydration, then it will line up with other services, and hopefully it'll make it easier to schedule multiple services. Back to the calling is, if I'm calling you during salon hours or really any hours, it's for a good reason. So please be sure to answer. Sometimes I'm trying to transfer clients into salons and I'm not getting through. So it'll be like my 4th or 5th time trying to call in and I'm not getting an answer. And so, I mean, what do you tell the client at that point? I have to awkwardly say, excuse me, but I'll have them give you a call back. So please be sure to answer my calls if I'm calling you. Another thing too is if say you're getting transferred a call and you're with a client, or say you need to answer the phone, because other salons, even if I'm not here, other salons may be trying to transfer calls into your salon. So just excuse yourself professionally. If there's a client in front of you and you know you need to take a call, it's okay to say, excuse me while I take this call, I hope you don't mind. Usually people are really understanding when it comes to phones. Before we had a calling position, I know that almost 10 out of 10 times people were totally okay and say, go ahead and get that if you need to. So yeah. Another thing about appointments is 5-minute late rule. As we all know, if someone is 5 minutes late to their appointment, it then gives up that appointment. We've had some complaints recently that people are making their appointments and getting to their appointments on time, and then they're not able to get into the service because the person before them was late and then they still got processed into the bed. So if someone is more than 5 minutes late to their appointment, they then would need to reschedule, or they can wait until after the next person. The reason this is like I said, it pushes everyone else behind, and then people who are doing their jobs and getting here on time or 10 minutes early aren't getting into their services, and so that's not very fair. The tan line. So tan line, something that we all talked about, is when someone comes in to do multiple services, even if they don't have appointments, go ahead and put them in the appointment book. So if someone comes in to do the Hydra Massage, the Beauty Angel, and say the Sun Angel, if you're checking them in, put them in the appointment book for that exact time, so then whoever else is working with you will know that they can't put someone in that, and they'll also be in the tan line. So when you're checking in a client, you should always check the appointment book, the tan line, and the status screen. So then you can have full knowledge and be aware of what is being used or what is about to be used. And you need to be thinking about how you're going to be able to organize it in a way that it's not going to overlap with other people's appointments or other people's schedule. So no one in salon should be waiting more than 5 minutes for a service. So I mean, understandable when some services get longer than others, or sometimes people take a little bit longer to change, or someone doesn't have an appointment. Totally makes sense. But when someone's waiting for a service that they should be going into, there's no reason that someone was spent, say someone was waiting for the skin hydration, they still have 15 minutes left. That's just way too long for someone to wait when they were in the tan line. So just be cautious when you're sending people to the tan line. With that being said, another thing that I've noticed, and we've all done it, I've done it while working too, is when you're checking someone in at the same time. So if Paige and I are checking someone in, be cautious, have open ears, and figure out what they're getting sent to at the same time, because it's always, you never want to send a client to the same service and then awkwardly be like, oh, well, I was putting my client in that service. So be cautious of what you guys are sending your clients to. In addition to the hydration, be sure that the hydration and the sauna are being heated up before the client gets there. So then it's not pushing back appointment times and the client's not having to wait. So make sure the service is ready for the client when they arrive. And with the hydration being on the 40s now, that should not be an issue. What else do we have here? Oh, if something in salon breaks, if you guys have an inventory item, a lotion, a product, and it breaks in salon, could you just send me an e-link letting me know what it was, the date, what happened, and go ahead and put it aside, and we'll have either your manager or someone come pick it up, or have your manager bring it, so then we can adjust inventory accordingly, and then it doesn't make it look like it's missing. And then we can figure out if we just need to order a new pump or what's going on with it. And lastly, you guys, it is Father's Day this coming up weekend, so don't forget about the Father's Day specials that will be ending on Sunday. 30-day hydro massage for $39 and Dad's Day at the spa for $59. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And other than that, please just take the quiz below. Thanks.